to work on the tunnels during the ceasefire.
And you're an expert on Hamas. You've spent time with them. You know them. You've worked with the Israelis. You've worked with Hamas. You estimate there are about, what, 3,000 armed Hamas militants right now in the military wing of Hamas who you say...
They have a lot more than that. That's the elite fighting force.
But you say these elite fighting forces, they're all prepared. They all go in with suicide vests, yes, ready to kill themselves in order to kill Israelis?
I was told by someone who had spoken to Al-Qassam, the military wing officer, who said that before the ground operation began, they were all instructed to go to their families and to say goodbye to their families with the intent that they would not be returning alive from this battle. This is one of the very difficult things about fighting with an organization like Hamas, particularly these very dedicated soldiers, combatants, who are not afraid to die. You can't create deterrence against someone who's not afraid of dying. What are you going to threaten them with? We're going to kill you? That's exactly what they intend on happening. And they believe that they are dying in the name of God, in the name of Allah, in the name of Islam, in the name of Palestine, and they do it with honor. It's part of their duty to serve, and they're deeply motivated to do this.
It's a part of the warfare that's going on now in Gaza, and it is a war that the Israeli military certainly has to, I'm sure they're aware of this, I'm sure they have to deal with it as well. It's not just tanks versus tanks, planes versus planes.
It's very difficult.
Asymmetrical warfare, as it's called.
It's very difficult for an army like Israel to fight this kind of battle because the Hamas are fighting underground. They're a guerrilla warfare. They're light on their feet. They move around easily. The Israelis have tanks and APCs and have to move a lot of troops. They have an air force. The firepower of Israel is so much more intense than the Hamas has at its disposal. But what Hamas can do is surprise the Israelis from coming up underground, as we've seen over and over again.
Those tunnels are obviously very, very significant. Gershon, thanks very much. Gershon Baskin joining us, helping